Hi there everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this crochet tutorial I will be showing you how to add what is probably the best, or well, definitely the quickest and easiest border. So you can use this border for absolutely any project and it works beautifully. It's one of those, if you want something super quick, really easy, but also nice and pretty but not too fussy, then this one is definitely for you. It is just one round of stitches. Once you've worked your setup border row, you're just going to add this final round, or if you've done a granny square like me, you can work straight onto the top of those stitches and you get this really delicate finish with these gorgeous zigzag slip stitches. So anyone who's wondering, I will leave a link in the description for this beautiful spiked granny square, but I'm just going to be working straight on the top of these stitches. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, then make sure that you click that subscribe button and also on the little bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new crochet tutorial. I also wanted to take a moment just to say a very big thank you to everyone who's done the buy me a coffee recently. It seems to have been a little flurry of people doing that, so I really wanted to say thank you very much for that, because it really does help the channel as well. So I'm just going to jump straight in now with the tutorial. So I'm going to be working around the top of these stitches on this granny square, but obviously if you've got a normal blanket with rough edges, then you are going to want to put a round of stitches so that you've got the tops of stitches all the way around your work. Now you can do that and then swap to a contrasting colour to do this final round, or you can do it all in the same colour. I'm obviously going to be doing a contrasting round with this blue and this cream. So once you've got your first part of your border done, or like I say, if it's a granny square, you can just work this directly on top of your granny stitches. You just want to make sure you've got a round of stitches nice and evenly all around your work. And then this border is so simple. I'm going to start in a corner space, but you can obviously start anywhere that you like around your work. I've got a slip knot on my hook and I'm just going to insert my hook into that corner space. I'm going to yarn over and pull up, and I'm going to slip stitch, so I'm going to pull that through the loop on the hook to create a slip stitch, and I'm going to finish that corner when I get back round. Okay, I'm now going to chain one, and then I've got my first proper stitch, so you can see I've got the top of this first stitch here and I've got that V there. I'm going to go behind the back loop of that first stitch. So I'm going to go into the back loop and I'm going to slip stitch, so yarn over and pull through both to make your slip stitch. Chain one, and then into the next stitch I'm going to go front loop only, so behind just the front loop of the V, and slip stitch. Chain one, and then again I'm going to switch to back loop only in the next stitch. Chain one, and then I'm going front loop in the next, and slip stitch. Chain one, and then back loop, slip stitch. Chain one, front loop, front loop, slip stitch. If you want to work these through the whole of the stitch instead, obviously you absolutely can do that. I just like the effect that you get when working back to front like that. I think it just gives a lovely, really noticeable zigzag effect. But like I say, if you'd rather work through the whole of the stitch each time, you absolutely can do that if you wish. So you're just going to repeat that slip stitch in the front loop, chain one, slip stitch in the back loop, chain one, and you'll work that all the way along to your corner space, which is where I will meet you in just a second. But you can see we're already getting that really sweet little zigzag as you go along. So once you get to your corner, I've worked my final stitch and I've done my chain one, and then I'm going to slip stitch in my corner space. I'm going to chain two this time, and then into that same corner space I will do another slip stitch, chain 1, and then I'm ready to start working my normal stitches, back loop, chain 1, front loop, chain 1, and again then I will be ready to continue that. And you can just do that all the way around your entire project now, working your corners. That will keep your corners nice and straight and sharp, as you can see, and we've got that gorgeous zigzagging working up the edge of our project. So if you continue that all the way around, and then so when you get back round to your final corner space, we started with our slip stitch. I've just completed my final stitch here, and then I've done my chain 1, and just like in all of the other corners, I'm going to slip stitch into the corner space, chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that very first slip stitch that we did to start our border. And that will just finish off that corner properly, and you can then obviously snip off and fasten in your ends. So that is it for this one. I just really wanted to do something very, very quick and very, very simple for you for this really sweet border. So like I say, it can be used on absolutely anything. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please do remember to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone that you think might enjoy it as well. But I will see you for another tutorial really, really soon. But thank you as always for watching, and bye for now.